What's up YouTube, it's Louis here. I hope you're all well. Today we're going to be looking at Bitcoin on the monthly time frame and basically go from there. On this channel we have been waiting for this thing for a long while now. Of course we had this 12 EMA and we did close that previous month above it, and that was a good statement basically, because you turn this swing high into swing low. If you do lose that, you're going to come to this swing low, and you can see you did have a bounce from there and we closed on that swing high, or we're in and around there. At least it was above the 12 EMA. Now for the moment you have lost the 12 EMA, and this is something when at the start of the month I told you guys, if we lose this 12 EMA, literally I think it was January 2nd, I said if we were to lose a 12 monthly EMA, we're going to go to the 20. Now that's very risky. You didn't do it here. You can see never close below. If we go to previous markets, I think when you do close below, there's that risk of basically going to that when I mean close below, I mean close below the 12 and basically sit on the 20. There's that risk of coming back to the 12, respecting as resistance as we see here, and rolling over to that 55 monthly EMA, which is our bear market bottom. So if we rolled over right now, our bear market low would be 22k above this previous bull market high. And in every single previous cycle, your bear market low has been higher than your previous bull market high. So you basically never come, or you should never, or looking at history, you have never, let's say you have at the moment never come back to a previous bull market high once you've gone into a bear market. And you can see here this would act as confluence at the moment. It would be a much closer call compared to this one, because look at the distance between the bull market high there and the bear market low. Crazy difference. But here would be only like about 2k, 2 and a bit k, maybe 3k difference. So that's why I don't believe that we are going to bear market. I might be wrong completely, guys. The big signal is if we do obviously come down, hit our head on this as resistance, and then lose this low. If you lose this low, there's a big signal. But I think for a lot of us now, a lot of people are now forced holders. Obviously not financial advice. I'm not saying hold until zero, but I think a lot of us have been put in the situation now, especially with alts, where they are now forced holders. It would be wrong to sell so low. It'd be better to buy in these opportunities. And at the moment, as long as we are technically above this 20 EMA, this purple line here, you're not in a bear market. We're good for continuation. You see, you're feeling that 20, and we had impulses to the upside. We still have 10 days left, so that's good for the month. Obviously, we want to see this monthly, obviously, get a little tap off here, and then obviously start heading back up. We would like the monthly close roughly above this white box, because you can see it was previous resistance here and then obviously support here. So we want to keep continuing to use this as support, because this is our swing low. If you lose that, you go to the previous one, and that would be down here. And of course we'll be back at our July lows, June, July lows, and we don't want that, of course. So we want to see this hold. This is a level that we've been calling out for on the chart for a long while now, because it's obviously clear support and resistance here, and it's also lining up with our much larger 1618 technical target that still has not been met. I know it's very messy here. We'll go to the full hour first and then look at the daily. We'll look at the zoom in perspective. Make sure you're following my Twitter, Louis_crypto. Last night, after posting my videos, I posted on Twitter saying that if we were to lose this 1 point, we're going to come down to the 1618. This is what I was anticipating, but the momentum was so crazy. Mad capitulation. That is ridiculous, guys, isn't it? On the 4 hour time frame. Crazy capitulation. We went straight through the 1618 technical target, and we came to the 2 targets, and we got really overextended by coming down to that 2414 down here, 38,000 exactly, basically. And with that, you printed a very nice bullish candlestick pattern, a spinning top basically. So I haven't redone my lines at the moment. Could we do that? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Can you see before, if I go back, it was over here and there, but now I'm going to drag it to this low over here, that body candle closed down there. You can see a little fake out and a confirm or support. So technically we're still in this falling wedge, technical target back at 69k. But yeah, for the moment though, you have obviously come back to the support of the falling wedge. So technically you're still, yeah, you're broken back in, yeah, you had fake out here basically telling us we're going to go lower than this low, and that's why we got this 1618 technical target ready. But if I had drawn that line a bit better, I would have this supportive line over here, this descending support line here of the falling wedge. Then obviously you can see it's tying up with those targets down there. I think we actually load out on the 1414 as well, obviously wick down, but actually holding that 1414, the larger 1414, which we'll take a look at closely in a second. For me to get, or not excited, but to relax a little bit, we need to get back above this low. Until then, like, it's potentially going to keep rolling over, and we'll go to the daily time frame now to show you where exactly. So of course that green line on the monthly time frame is where we want to hold. You can see that it's the exact low of that. You see come down and the lowest wick is right there on the bullish cross. So this is a very strong support. Basically we haven't come into it yet, so this is roughly about 36,855 to 37,290. This is the area that we want to see hold. Of course, if you then go and lose this low, just like you lost the 1618, where do you go? These two targets, and we always say this on this channel, and you could see that would be taking you to the low. And this is something that we have spoken about over the last few Bitcoin videos, and that's why it's so important to watch these going into your altcoins, because Bitcoin will control the market. And so if you watch the Bitcoin updates first, you know the sentiment going into your altcoins, and we know they're more volatile, so they actually go down way worse than Bitcoin. So if, let's say, Bitcoin came back down to this low structure down here, and some altcoins are already down at this structure from the July lows, like if Bitcoin were to come down here, we would have to anticipate that the altcoins would lose that low, because obviously if Bitcoin goes down, they go down worse, and some of them are already down here while Bitcoin's still up here in the middle part. Now, of course, it's always negative to lose the middle part of the range, because it's basically telling us that if we were to confirm it as resistance now, we will go to the low of the range. As you can see here, you came to the middle point, came back to the low, full pumping to the top, lost the midpoint, you came to the low again. So it'd be the same when you got above the midpoint, you go to the top, confirm that as resistance, you go to the mid range. Hold the mid-range, you go back to resistance and break it, or lose the mid-range, you go back to the bottom, and obviously hopefully bottom out there and potentially form this massive double bottom. Now it could stop here and go up, or obviously we continue down a bit and continue from there. But of course we need to watch for this level to hold, because if we roll over from here, well, obviously we'd be going into a bear market. Now I can get you your technical targets. We know where that monthly 55 EMA is, roughly at 22k. But if we measure from this swing low over here to this swing high, you can see you can hardly see more. Like, let's get rid of these fibs now. So and just for now I'll get rid of that. So we're holding this, well, we were holding the 618 over here, this white line over here. You lost at the moment, just coming down to find to test support of this falling wedge. Now of course we could get the bounce, and we would like to get back above 40,000 exactly. That is the 618. We want to see a daily candle close above 40,000. If not, higher chances of you coming down to the 0786 when we're looking at the larger Fibonacci. Of course this level, this green level, are 1618 target and that monthly support, and this low over here where the bullish cross formed. So it's a good signal that this is an area of strong support. Basically, if we get the bounce above the 618 again at 40,000, then we would invalidate further downside. But if you were to now obviously lose that, you come to the 786, and there's higher chances of creating that reversal wave from here. Obviously you might get rejected here, and then we put in that low, and obviously come down into this zone over here, the one around the one, creating that reversal wave. If you then lose the one, which is 28,600, or just even this box, let's say lowest point 30k, if you were to lose 30k, I do think obviously these are your targets down here. It is saying the 1618 is at 16,061. I don't think that would be met. I think, look, where your 1.272 is, roughly at 200, sorry, yeah, 200, I wish, 22.5k. And if we go back to the monthly time frame, you can see, let's see if that's lining up. Oh, is that the monthly? Yeah, exactly, the 1.272 lining up exactly with the 55 as some confluence. So for me, I don't even think you'd come down to here. Go, obviously, because at the start of the video we've shown you that when you make a bull market high and you go into a bear market, you don't come back to this high. So this is why for me I don't think we're going into a bear market. I think we're just coming down to that 20 monthly over here. Of course we don't want to lose that. If you do, we're coming back down to this 786, and you see on the monthly time frame, that's exactly your swing low here, roughly at 34,500. So for me, I think that's potentially, if you lose this 20 EMA on the monthly, where we could get a little wick up and then hopefully hold this green line of support for continuation upwards. That's what we'd like to see. So that's pretty much it for today's Bitcoin update. There's not much more to say other than it is in free fall mode, and we just need to wait and see what it wants to do next, guys. That's pretty much it for today. That will be the only update, as I'm absolutely exhausted. I had to go sign some papers, or sign the contract for the new house that I'm moving into over the next 3 weeks or so. It's going to be long, grueling process, but yeah, more than happy to make videos for you guys as of when I can. And if you guys are interested in further opportunities like my Discord group chat, where I basically post exactly what coins I'm in, the percentages I hold of each coin, when I buy, when I sell, and what I think the market's going to do every day for the coins that we're in. If you're not interested in that, then I do offer two more things: one-on-one mentorship, where I'll be teaching you over a 1 month period, and we'd be doing one-on-one video calls as much as possible. Basically, if you can do it every day, that's amazing. So 1 month of basically like crash course of me turning you from zero knowledge into a self-sufficient trader. If you're already an advanced trader, it's still good for you if you're just trying to take that next step and try and help for me to try and help you 10x your learning curve. Basically, if that's not enough, I do also offer a course. For me, this is the best one, because obviously it doesn't take as much time for me, but you get 35 plus videos, 6 hours long. You also get a one-on-one mentorship call with me once you completed the course, to ask any questions, any doubts, or yeah, anything to do with the course going forward. So when you're becoming a self-sufficient trader, and of course during the course, you can message me at any point for questions if you have any questions on the videos. And you will also get the Discord group chat for free included, as well as the mentorship lesson for free, and you get that group chat for the rest of the bull market. That's pretty much it. If you want to know more details about that, please at me on Twitter and I'll private message you. That's Louis_crypto on Twitter, and just at me saying, Louis, I'm interested in the course, in the chat, or in the mentorship, and I'll catch you guys over there and in the next video.